Hello, Peggy. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Miss Frida. Hello, Lois. Welcome, everyone. I am Danny Garolo at stampinthepinkbarn.com. This is episode number 120. Whoop, whoop. Pretty exciting when you start getting up in those hundreds with your Facebook Lives. Just lets you know that things are going and, you're doing the thing. So come in, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to know where my viewers are, especially those of you who are in those wintry areas, because me here in Tucson, Arizona, I am very desert. I will say today, though, it is, oh no, I'm sorry you're not feeling good, Lois. You need to go drink yourself some hot tea with lemon and maybe a touch of honey. Peggy, I am doing good. There has been a lot, ooh, and there's a gnat that just went flying right through my face. A lot has been going on with my mom, and I'll kind of tell you guys a little bit more about that when we get going into things, since she went and had her angiogram the other day. And of course, it's always one of those things with my mom, but like I said, I'll get into that with you guys. Yes, let me know where you're watching from, because like I said, I'm here in the deserts of Tucson, Arizona. And today and yesterday, a little bit of, well, yesterday, the biggest thing was we had winds that were crazy winds coming through here yesterday. Blew in a pretty big storm. It started raining last night. We've had rains all day today. It kind of subsided a little bit during the early evening, but other than that, we've got some pretty good puddles out there that my ducks are so having fun in out there. They love it when it rains. They get a natural pond for themselves out there. I do have a big pool set up out there that they like to go play in, but it's just not the same when it's a muddy puddle, right? So yes, so update on my mom's thing. She went in, had the angiogram. Now, I don't have siblings. I am an only child, so maybe this is true for you if you are a sibling group of children. But she is that kid growing up where they say that there's like the black sheep of the family. She was the black sheep. Also, she was the one that every time they went to go on vacation or go anywhere, she was the one that got sick, or she was the one that got hurt. She was always that person, okay? So that being said, throughout my, older adult life, I have learned that if something's going to happen and it's going to be different, it's going to be my mother. Hello, Patty. So yes, so we get in to do, we get her in there to do the angiogram. We had to leave here, I think it was right around 5:30. We left here in the morning and we had to be there at 6:30. Her procedure was at 8:30, but it takes time to get her all prepped and all that kind of stuff. So she gets in there and they try to put in a IV. Well, they try to do it 3 different times. They cannot find her vein. Well, she's kind of like me, and maybe this is true with everybody, but one arm has a super strong vein. It is just your go-to vein whenever you have to have blood drawn and all that kind of stuff. But the one that they went on her right arm, and no, they could not find it. They actually had to finally come in with an ultrasound and try to find that vein. Still, even with the ultrasound machine, they could not find that vein. So they were like, okay. So then they went over to the hand and they put in an IV on her left hand. Okay, that being said, all is good. They wound up cutting into the artery in her hand to take in one of the tubing to, I guess they have to pressurize the blood in the veins and the oxygen and all that good stuff that goes in while they're in there scoping things out. So they went to go in through her right leg, and he gets up there with the angiogram and comes to a dead stop, like right here in her shoulder. He cannot figure out why all of a sudden her vein just comes to a dead end. So he backs out and takes the tubing or whatever back out. He tries 5 different sizes of tubing to get in there. Well, there's a complete blockage. So he draws a diagram of your insides while he's in there doing stuff. She has a complete blockage right here. He said it has been there for years. He said all roads lead to Rome. So if it's not broken, don't fix it. It's been there forever. It's not like there's anything they can do to repair it. It's just a complete blockage, and that's just the way it is. Her blood is found a different way, and it's obviously not affecting her, so we'll leave things alone. But that being said, it was a good thing to know in case anything ever goes on and they need to, run through there. They know that there's a complete blockage, so they won't get through that way. Hello, Marcia. So he has to go back out of that and go back out of that right leg. Then he now has to go back in, cut through the artery and go in through the left leg and go up and go through. And then everything was good at that point. But now she's got 3 major points opened, 2 being arteries, 1 being a vein in her leg. And so thank you so much, Marcia, for sharing. And so it was just really kind of like super crazy that now she has to be, not only does she have to be careful, but now she has to be super careful because now she's got 3 points that can be, susceptible of infection. Not only that, if she moves wrong or whatever, she had to have a splint thing on her arm to keep this one from bleeding. Hello, Patty. And so she had to have a splint for 24 hours on this hand, so she could not move this at all because they couldn't risk her opening this vein up. And then after 48 hours, she could take the bandage off and it was pretty much sealed there. So thank you, Peggy, for sharing. So she has all these extra, things, and they told me, they said, they give you the protocol of what happens if one of the, in the left leg where they went in through an artery, she now has a collagen, I think what it's made out of. It's a plug that they actually put in there. And now for the next 90 days, she has to carry this card around just in case anything comes up and she has to go into the hospital and they have to go up through that area. They have to know that it is plugged with this piece of collagen, and it will dissolve after the 90 days. Oh, Patty, my mom went in and had the angiogram, but I was explaining all the craziness. So you'll have to watch the replay to hear how that went. So that was kind of funny because the doctor, after everything, happens and whatever, and he comes in and he tells us, he says, he goes, I think I jinxed this. And we were like, what? And he goes, you were supposed to be my easiest patient. He goes, that's why I made you patient number 2. He goes, because I knew I could get caught up and have enough time for when people do come in late, it wouldn't push me so far late into the day. And he said, so I jinxed it. He said, I knew you were supposed to be my easiest patient. It was supposed to be one and done. And of course it wasn't because it's never like that with my mom. So it was just, one of those things that leave it to my mom to have some little quirk be in there to throw him for the curveball. So that's just the way that is. So she is good to go. He said she is a perfect candidate for her to go have the TAVR procedure done. And she will go in. Well, we don't have the schedule surgery date yet, but we go in this coming Thursday. So I will be doing a pre-recorded coffee and cards over on my YouTube channel for Thursday. We go and we see the surgeon that day to get everything scheduled, let her know everything she needs to do prior to the surgery and how it all works and yada, yada, yada. So, also coming this Friday, our carpet gets put into the other house. So then we can start moving big furniture. Oh, it's so crazy to think that it's like, it's here. It's almost time that we can start moving things into the house over there. Because right now we have everything kind of piled up into one room that is not going to get carpet. And then the areas that are going to get carpeted, we had to take everything out of there so they're not worrying about carpeting around things. So yeah, it's getting close. Woohoo! But it'll be nice because, again, like I said, with my mom having the heart surgery coming up, and then she's supposed to go in at the end of February and have a knee replacement done. So it'll be nice to be right there on the same property, right across, you know, the walking distance to get to her place. And when she has those procedures done, we could be right there. So, you know, that'll be helpful for my dad and for her. So it'll be a good thing. So I have some super duper adorable, cute cards to show you today. I am featuring one full suite today. I am going to be showing you guys the Fancy Flora. I had a request to make some cards with this. So this week I have been really being a card making fool. I have been working on so many cards, designing them to get cards already prepared. So if I get myself in a bind, I'll already have a card designed so I can just pop on and show you guys what I had that I've created. So I can kind of take a mental break on things. So it's kind of nice when you have that time that you can just sit down, you know, bang, 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 get all these cards, you know, done, and you've got them. And then you can kind of just take a breath, work on getting the blog up, work on, you know, posting these pictures of these beautiful cards that you've now created. So I've been having a lot of fun with this, and this is truly, okay. And so you guys know how I've said like a million times, I am not a flower card making person, but I truly want to tell you, as much as I am not a flower card maker, this set is one that you are going to want to have. If you take a look on, starting on page number 14 in the mini catalog, you will start, there's a 4-page spreadsheet on this set. So that lets you know how amazing it is. It comes with 2 bundles in that set. And it is just gorgeous. So many like possibilities and so much versatility with this set that it's really not even a flower set. I mean, I guess it is, but you've got the full stamp set of sentiments, a full die set of labels that are going to probably be pretty wide out there because the sentiments are amazing. It is this beautiful scripty font. They're just really great little sentiments in there. And with the labels, you're going to be throwing those on so many different cards. I actually found myself just making labels like out of different colors and stacking them up because I was like, okay, these are going to be my go-to labels now for cards when I need to just either, like, especially with some of our designer series paper. If you just want, some of that designer series paper is perfect for just a front layout on a card, and it doesn't need much more than just a sentiment. So it is really, really gorgeous. I gave my best friend the birthday card today. The girls asked me if I made it. Sure, tell them you made it. You're talented. You made it. Well, good. I'm glad that you sent that to your friend. She is going to love her birthday card. Absolutely. So, let me get you guys flipped around so we can get into this because, like I said, I have got some gorgeous cards to show you, and I don't want to waste my time talking when I want to be showing you these beautiful cards. So hold on just a minute. Okay, here we are. Like I said, this is episode 120 of my free Monday card making class. You can find me every Monday here. I will be doing this class unless something comes up and I can't make it. I'll let you know that it's canceled, but all my events, thank you, Patty, for sharing. All of my events are in my events page. You can see them over there. You can click the going button, so then you'll be notified when I go live for those classes. The Sunshine and Smiles is our new paper pumpkin. I actually just ordered this 2-set little die set that coordinates well with this, and you can see right here that it cuts out the little flowers and the 2 little frogs here. Super duper cute. It actually coordinates with the Rain or Shine Sweet collection. I actually showed a card last week using that collection. This says, oh, excuse me. This runs through February 10th. Brighten someone's day with a card from this kit. Jump for joy. Get everything you need to make unique and radiant cards. This month kit includes 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs, with a special peek-through window. 9 coordinating envelopes, 1 mango melody Stampin' Spot, and 1 photopolymer stamp set. So the mango melody is a really, really pretty, if you think of a mango, it's kind of that orange yellow color. It's a really beautiful color. So just know that that's what's going to coordinate with this. Like I said, this is the first time ever that Paper Pumpkin is going to be doing the add-on that has these little die cuts. So you can add those on over in my store, but make sure you follow all my links. You'll see those over here on my page, or they're underneath the description of this, to the Paper Pumpkin subscription. Or right now, you can get yourself some free celebrations items. Where did that go? It's normally right here all together, but right now, if you buy the prepaid subscriptions for the Paper Pumpkin, you can actually earn yourself some free celebrations items. So if you do the 3-month prepaid subscription, you can get 1 free celebration item that is a level 1. If you do the 6-month prepaid, you can get 2 free level 1s or 1 level 2. If you do the 12-month prepaid subscription, you can get 4 of the level 1s or 2 of the level 2s. Now, if you go over to my blog, stampinthepinkbarn.com, and go to the promotions page, scroll down, you can read all about the celebrations products for Paper Pumpkin and the prepaid subscriptions for that. So you can get those already prepaid. You don't have to worry about it coming out of your account every month, but they do come right to your mailbox. You don't have to run to the post office or do anything like that. Well, I guess it depends on where you live, but for the most part, they come right to your mailbox. Your kits are ready to go with everything that you need in them. This is a not a Paper Pumpkin, but this is kind of like a Paper Pumpkin. This is a kit that we sell. This is called Saying Thanks. This is only $13 in my store right now. You can read more about this also in the promotions of my blog. I have my Country Floral Lane PDF card class. This is going to give you the ideas for 6 cards. You do have to have the Country Floral Lane Sweet collection in order to create these cards. I do have a list of items that you will need in order to make the exact cards that I have, but if you don't have all those items, you can actually substitute some of those to still create the cards that I have, or just use product that you already have. But I am offering this for $12. I made a boo-boo and told you guys $20, but that was because I had some other thing in my mind. It is only $12 for this PDF that will come right to your email, and you can print that off and have it right there. You can shop my store. There's direct links right to my store to buy all the things that you need if you want to create the same exact 6 cards that I have created especially for you guys. And just know that I will never share those cards on anything, you know, here, Facebook or anywhere on my Instagram or anything like that, or even Pinterest, because those are something that you guys pay for. I want them to stay exclusive for that. So just know that those cards will never be seen anywhere else unless you guys make them. Join my team right now. So if you join my team, there are many, many more perks than just this, but this right here is probably one of the best join promotions that I have seen happen through Stampin' Up. They give you 3 options, 2 of which where you can get that mini machine, one being in the boho blue, which is kind of this blue color that you see here on the side, or you can get the original white one like you see here, or you can just order product. Okay, so with each one of these, you're going to be able to pick $175 worth of product. The only difference is these 2, you can pick what color machine you want. This one, you don't pick a machine, and you still get to pick $175 worth of products, your choice, out of any of our current catalogs for only $99. Now these 2, when you add that machine on, you're going to pay $129. That machine is a $63 value that you're only going to be paying $30 for. So I'm telling you, even if you just want to get, you don't have to start behind it. It's getting yourself a machine that you can start die cutting with and picking out the product that you've been looking at, but you just don't want to spend the money. Get it for this super great deal. Like I said, if you never buy another thing, that is fine. You can do that. But just know that if you stick with Stampin' Up, you're going to get yourself a discount on that product that you're already loving and you already are buying. So if you want to know more about that, again, go to my blog, go to promotions. I know Cheryl just posted that up there. Thank you so much, Cheryl, for posting that so people can have that direct link right to my blog. Mystery stamping. So we did mystery stamping on the 11th. You still have a couple of days to submit your cards. I will do the drawing, and you guys have done some beautiful cards. I love how you've taken that card and you guys have flipped it sideways. A couple of you guys flipped it and then did it that way with opening. So cool. I love it. So on the 18th, I'm going to do the drawing for that. So you still have some time to get yourself in there, because I don't do the drawing until the evening of Wednesday, the 18th. So even if you get that card submitted Wednesday morning, you're going to still be in the drawing for that. That is for a brand new pack of embellishments. So you really have nothing to lose by getting your card submitted. Now you have to submit your card over at Pink Barn Stampers Group, which is my private group. You can read all the details, mystery stamping, again, over on my blog, Mystery Stamping. And don't forget that every Thursday I go live over on YouTube. I wasn't live last week because of my mom's procedure. This week I won't be live, but I will put up a video that will go, not live, but it will be on the YouTube at 1 o'clock when I do my normal YouTube live. So just know that you guys can see a beautiful card over there as well for this week. Alrighty. Whew. All that talking has now made me have a hot flash. Woohoo! All right. Let's do the winner chicken dinner of last week's cards. So these cards that I am giving away are for last week's episode 119. So the way you get entered into my drawing to win the cards that I make weekly, all you simply have to do is like, comment, or share, or do all three, and then you're in the drawing for all three of the cards. Now, there has been times where I've had one of you guys win 2 times in a row, and you wind up getting mailed 2 cards for 1 week. How fabulous is that? Now, I do not put anything in the inside of the card. They're absolutely for you to send to, you know, your family and friends. So that way you have a card that you can just send off when you need it. So for the first card that I made last week, this is Everything's Coming Up Carrots. This set here is from the Thanks a Bunch. It is a celebrations set that is earned free as a level 1. So once you spend $50, you can pick this Thanks a Bunch set. It's got these really, really super cute carrots in here. And that is what I did on the inside of this. This beautiful little card right here is going to go to Joe Madrid for liking last week's video. Thank you so much, Joe, for liking my video. All right. For the next card, this is for commenting on last week's video. This is that rain or shine that I was telling you that I made in last week's video. This is the Rain or Shine Suite. I absolutely love these little characters. Oh, they're just so adorable. And the cute little fonts that are the cute little sentiments that are in there just really work well with this. Rainy days are better with you. Oh, happy day. This is going to go to Miss Cheryl Grimlick. So you watch for this to come in the mail. You're going to receive some happy mail from me. And did you guys see that the wink of Stella on that umbrella right there? So, so cute. All right. And then the last one for sharing my video, which helps me get that algorithm of Facebook really throwing my video out there to different platforms. This super beautiful card, this is the Favored Flowers. This is a celebration paper right now. This is a level 1, so you can earn this paper when you spend the $50. Now, that being said, there is a stamp set that coordinates with this in the mini catalog. So make sure you check that out, and then you can earn that paper for free. So it's very, very neat coordinating set that you can buy things and then get things for free. Pretty cool. Now the inside of this looks like that, and it says thanks a bunch here. This is going to go to Loon's Landing, Miss Patty Klingsborn, for sharing last week's video. Woohoo! Congratulations, you guys. Thank you so much for helping me grow my business. Alrighty. So, like I was saying, these cards that I'm going to make tonight are using. So, like I was saying, that it comes with 2 different bundles. What's up? Oh, the wipes I moved over. The 2 different bundles that come with this, you have the two-toned Flora, which is, ooh, that glare is on there, which is more of the florally kind of set. And then you've got these dies that coordinate with it. But not only do you have the dies that coordinate with the stamps, you have this huge, like, background stamp that is beautiful by itself. It makes this gorgeous, intricate die cut or border die cut, if I can get that, background die cut, geez, words are hard, that just goes so beautiful with the paper that also comes with this set. So the paper is down here. It is a 48 pack of 6x6 paper, just beautiful paint, like what do they call that? Anyways, I can't remember. And then here is that label. It's called Something Fancy. Look at all these labels right here that coordinate with these sentiments. Now just know that you don't only have to use those sentiments. You can use any sentiment, any stamp set you have, and cut them out with this beautiful border right here, or with these beautiful labels. Then you've got a 6-pack. This comes with 2 each of 12 by 12. You've got Soft Succulent, the Fresh Freesia, and the Gold. In this, that is a shimmer paper. Now you'll see that. I'll use it tonight. And then you've got the, what do they call these? The Iridescent Pastel Gems, which are beautiful. Again, I'll show you those. And then the Pool Party grain ribbon. Again, we'll be using everything tonight so you can see. And then look, they give you guys all these ideas over here. Then if you flip the page, it gives you a more close-up of both of those sets. So you can kind of see them a little bit bigger, close up. You can see those dies. And then on here, you can see more ideas for this amazing sweet collection. Okay, so let's get into card number 1. So let me get out everything we need. These are those embellishments that I was telling you guys about. Aren't those just beautiful? Oh, I think they are just so sparkly and shiny. Now those are called the Iridescent Pastels. Now my mom makes them all fancy when she does this, and she writes the different colors of them. So she knows when she goes to grab them, she knows what color of her gems that she needs to, or embellishments that she needs to grab. Hello, Bonnie. And so to let you know, this is my new host code that is currently running. So when you go to purchase any of the things that I show tonight, please throw that host code in there, as long as your order is under $150. If your order is over $150, do not use my host code. You are going to then become your own host, and you're going to get some Stampin' Up rewards, and I want you to have those, okay? So you can look at that. It'll be up there the whole time. All right, for this first card, the card base that I'm using, this is Daffodil Delight. This is 11 by 4 1/4. I have scored this at 5.5. So I'm just going to burnish that flat. The next piece that I need is my designer series paper. Like I said, this set is absolutely gorgeous paper. Let me get some of this out. I've already been playing with so much of it. I don't even know if I have a full pack anymore. So you can see that it has got all these splattered paints on here. Just gorgeous colors. Coordinates with so many of our papers. And then you've got the whole back sides that are just as equally as gorgeous. Look at that with the gray and the yellow. Like they've taken a canvas and just kind of just wiped paint on there. Isn't that cool? But to think that could make your paper, huh? All right, so let me get out the rest of the pieces that we're going to need here. My next layer that I need is going to be my soft seafoam. Okay, that is going to layer right onto my card as the second layer. But what I've done is I've taken this and I've decided what I want to show on my card, and I really like all these colors right here. So I'm going to cut out a 4x4 square out of that. And when I do, you can see that I've cut this top corner out of that paper, and I have a 4x4 square now. Now what I need to do, geez, throwing things, is I am going to take this and I am going to put this on the diagonal just like this. And I'm going to go from corner to corner, laying that in my cutting track. And then when I go to place my cutting blade, I'm going to actually place it in between my paper first. I'm not going to start at either one of the ends, only because sometimes when you're on a corner like this, they're a little bit weaker than if you were going to start on a straight edge. So I'm going to go down and then go back up, because otherwise if I was to just come straight in at that edge, it might warp those corners, and I want a sharp, crisp corner on my paper. Okay, so then I need my soft seafoam, which is my next layer. I am going to be using the Crushed Curry and the Daffodil Delight. I'm also going to be using the Soft Succulent and the Evening Evergreen. I need a scrap of basic white, so we have that there. And then let me grab out both of my sets that I need here. So I'm not going to need that big die for this one, but I will need it on a another card, so I'm going to leave that aside for the moment. But here is that two-toned Flora. As you can see, you have all these stamps here with these different flowers, and then you've got, this is the two-tone. So the name kind of says it all for the fact that it is two-tone stamping. So you're going to stamp your flower, which today I'm going to do my flower in Daffodil Delight, and then I'm going to come in and use the inside of the flower in the Crushed Curry. So it's just going to be a hair darker when I go to stamp this part. And so you can see that a lot of these go together with these flowers, so you can put different insides in the flowers and just make those pop. Okay, so let's get to that. And then this is that other set that I was telling you, just so you could see it, because we're going to need to use one of those sentiments for this. So let's start getting this. All right, you guys, I have no idea what just happened. Hopefully you guys are still there. Are you guys still there? I don't know what the heck just happened, but my phone like completely shut off. And it's not like it's super hot. Okay, well, it looks like we're still here. All right. Okay, sorry, you guys. When I looked up, my phone was completely shut off, and it like really freaked me out that it had. I'm going to plug my phone in really quick. Not that it is low on charge, but I have no idea what the heck just happened. Okay, let's keep going since you guys are still here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And of course, my glue is going to be a problem. Yeah, that's really weird. I've never had my phone just shut off like that in the middle of a Facebook Live. I don't know what happened. Anyways, all right. Okay, we're gonna put that right against that corner, leaving that seam here. Now we will do the same thing on this one. Okay, just like that. Now what I want to do is I want to take my Evening Evergreen and I am going to stamp my sentiment, grateful for the everyday magic of you. And I'm going to stamp that right here in this section. Perfect, exactly what I wanted. Okay, and then I'm going to move that, let that dry since that's dark on there. I don't want to touch that and smudge it. It will dry within seconds, but just to be on the safe side, we're going to let it just sit there and chill out. All right, then I'm going to use these leaf, this leaf looking stamp. And I'm going to stamp it twice in the Soft Succulent. 1, 2, okay. Then I'm going to come in with this flower. Now I'm going to use the big flower here. This one right here. And then I'm going to use the stem portion or the inside of the flower. That's where I said that I'm going to do the 2 different colors. Okay, so I'm going to flip that paper over. I'm going to do the Daffodil Delight in the full flower image. Okay, so 1, 2, okay, just like that. Then this is kind of where the magic pops on these flowers. So now I'm using crushed curry, which is just a hair darker, and I'm going to line up the stamens. They are clear in here, so they're going to stay white in here. So I'm going to line those stamen up to make sure that I get those flowers or the inside pieces lined up to that. So see how that stayed white in the inside of the stamen? But look at that. Look at the 2 tones on that. How that just makes that flower really kind of come to life. Sorry if you guys see my head come in here. I've got to line this up. Thank you, Melanie, for sharing. Okay, there we go. All right, I didn't line that one up too great, so we're going to re-stamp that because I don't like the way that one turned out. So let's do it again. We're going to stamp it down here, and let's try it again. All right, I think that's better. Oh, much better. Okay, so I'm not going to pay attention to this flower. When I cut it out, I'm going to do it on that one. So let's grab that mini machine and start cutting these pieces out. So I'm going to move these stamp pads out of the way so I can get in here with my die cutting machine. Time to open up a new pack of my cutters here. So I'm going to take my I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to cut this in half here so I can get it to fit perfect. Okay. So let's do these first. So I'm going to come in with this die right here and cut these twice. Okay, there's the first one. Okay, let's do the second one. Guess I should have probably already had a couple of these cut out, but I wanted to show you guys exactly how these work. Okay, there's the next one. All right, let's put this away. And now I need, where'd my flowers go? I think it's this one. Yep. So this one is our pretty one. And then we'll flip our paper over and get that back one. That's what I always say. Don't forget, you have two sides to your paper. So if you mess up, don't throw it away. Use the back side. There's nothing wrong with that. Because the only one that's going to know is you and your paper. And I swear it won't tell your secrets. All right, so let's put this away and let's assemble this card. Yes, my phone, I don't know what went on the fritz and it like shut me off. So I had to come back in here. So as long as you guys can see me now, we're all good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these flowers and we're going to put them up like this. These are going to pop up over here and then the other one's going to come down here. Okay, like that. All right, so let's get some dimensionals on the back of these. Okay, so that one's gonna go like that. Ah, give me this. Then I'm gonna add a glue dot to the back of this. Just put a glue dot right there and then tuck this in, or up here. No, we're gonna tuck it in right like that. And then now let's put some dimensionals on this. And now this flower is going to sit like that, and that will tuck in there. Okay, like that. Then let's glue this on our card front and then add some embellishments. Now you can always add some wink of Stella to kind of make those flowers just kind of bling off of this. I'm going to add, now I know these right here are balmy blue, but you know, they kind of really go with that soft succulent. So you really wouldn't know unless you were, you know, really staring at those to see that they're blue. These ones say that they're gold. I think those might look really pretty on there, and I think I'm going to do the gold ones. So I'm going to put a big one right down here. I'm going to put a little one right there. Maybe do another little one right there. Okay. So there we go. There is our pop of bling. Really kind of dresses this up. So there is card number 1. See how those gems just really add that sparkle? Like I said, throw some Wink of Stella on there. Actually, let's do that. Let's add some Wink to kind of just okay, just like that. And then now you guys can see that shimmer and shine on those flowers. So, all right, that is card number 1. So let me move that out of the way so we have that to show. Let me get these stamps cleaned really quick. Oops, not what I needed. I need my chamois. Now, everybody needs a Simply chamois. This thing is amazing. All you do is get it wet, run it under hot and cold water to release the 2 different tones out of it. And then it's just like a regular chamois. You just throw it in a bag, or I just keep it in these clear cases since we can order those. And it just makes it really nice storage. It fits in these little clear cases almost perfectly, like it was meant to be. All right, so now let's get to card number 2. Now, card number 2, we are actually going to be using that great big die. So let me get out all my pieces here. Now for this, we're going to be using Starry Sky and Pool Party. Ooh, aren't those pretty together? And I actually have a different version of this card. Today I came up with these colors and just thought, oh my gosh, these colors are just so beautiful together that I'm going to do them instead. So, all right. So we are going to need our base. Our base is going to be Starry Sky. This is 8.5 by 5.5. We're going to simply just fold this over and burnish down the center. Just like that. Our next layer is going to be this piece right here of that designer series paper. And I'm going to decide kind of where I want that. Now, I need a piece of white that is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Why do I need that size? Well, let me show you. When you lay the 2 together, it lines up perfectly because there is like an outlined border on this die that will keep all these pieces together. So you want that to be able to line up all around these edges. So when you die cut this out, you are going to get the perfect, intricate die cut piece, okay? So once you have that, and then you take this out of there, you are going to have a beautiful, now see, I missed a couple of these little pieces here I can see. So just take your pick tool, just pop those out. Or if you have the, which is what I did to begin with, when you take this out, you are going to have a ton of little pieces in there. Now, what I would advise is run this through your big die cutting machine at least 2 or 3 times to make sure you get a really, really nice deep cut. Then the pieces just kind of fall out. So what I do is I take an old paper pumpkin or one of our kit boxes, and I just lay this in here. I have purchased an extra take your pick tool with the little rolly brush, and I just run this in there, get all the extra bits off of it, and they just fall all out. And then I just shut that and never be seen again. Yes, eventually I will have to clean that out. But then I know that when I cut this, I'm going to cut this at the same exact size. So I'm going to cut this at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. But the reason why I didn't cut this yet is because I want to decide where I want all my colors to be. And I think, no, I think I'm going to go like this because I really want to see some of those yellows coming through that paper. So I'm going to cut it where this is my main piece here. So I'm going to cut this at 4 1/8. By 5 3/8, but let's see, do I want to go down like, no, I'm going to go up. So I'm going to cut this end off. So 5 3/8. And I don't throw any of these scraps away because there's always other cards that you might find a layout to using your scraps. And you might just want those scraps because they are gorgeous. Okay, so perfect. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I run glue down these sides over here and here. You could take one of our adhesive sheets, and when you die cut it on the adhesive sheet and just pull that off. I didn't do that because I find it's a little bit hard when it's such an intricate piece like this to pull all those pieces off. So I'm just going to do it the hard way and put glue on the big spaces. Well, I guess it's not the hard way, it's just the long way. But that's okay. I've got time. And I don't need to be crazy, just want to make sure I get it kind of in every side of it, so everything kind of just sits together on there. Okay, then I'm going to grab this where I don't have glue and then place it right on the edge of this layer. Okay, just like that. Yes, right, Patty? Isn't this gorgeous? Okay. All right, so then we need our base. Now that is going to go on there. And again, you're going to have 1/8 of an inch around it. So you're going to really see that blue kind of just pop behind there. Now, this piece can actually get attached right to our card. Okay, I'm going to flip that over and really put a good press on that to make sure that all adheres down nicely. Okay, so there's that. Now, I also need a scrap piece of Daffodil Delight. Now, what I'm going to do with the daffodil is I am going to, I need my scrap piece of white as well. I'm going to stamp my sentiment on the daffodil. Where did my sentiment stamp go? Here it is. I'm going to put, may the good you do come back to you on there. So I'm going to take this off because I don't need that for this card. Okay, here it is. And I'm going to stamp that in Starry Sky. Thank you, Cheryl, for sharing. Hello, Anna. Okay, and I'm going to do this just kind of up and high because I need it where I can now do the die cut. So I am done with that. Well, actually, no, I'm not done with that. So I'm going to place that over there. I'm going to now bring in my flowers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this little flower here and then these flowers here. So let me grab my smaller block. Grab 2 of my smaller blocks here. All right, what did I say? I'm going to use this one and the inside of that. Oops, that one needs to go over here. And then on the smaller one, I'm going to use the smaller flowers. Okay, right here and right here. Okay. Now, I'm going to set this aside because we're going to die cut that yellow piece. So make sure I don't lose that. Remember where I stuck it because you guys know how I get. I'm a little bit goofy and I lose things. All right, so using Pool Party first, let's get this out of the way so we don't make an inky mess. I'm going to do the big flower using the Pool Party, and I'm just going to stamp that once. Okay. Then with the smaller flower, I'm going to stamp it twice. Okay, so all 3 in Pool Party. Then we're going to do that magic to make this flower pop. We're going to use the Starry Sky. And this is where you've got to watch these little white tick marks down here, because that's what's going to line your flower up. And your 5, 6 little dots that are in there. Isn't that just gorgeous? Oh, I love it. Okay, same with this. You've got this 3. See this little center white stamen? You've got that right there. That is white, going to stay white. You're just going to line that up and match it as best as you can. Well, I can't see what I'm doing here because I'm not close enough, but we're just going to go for it. Ah, and it worked. Woohoo! I hold my breath. I'm like, please work. It worked. Beautiful. Love it when that happens. It's paying me good, you know, things forward because of the fact of my phone shutting off. So it's like, okay, I guess my stamps are going to cooperate with me. All right, so there are our gorgeous. Oh, love that color combination. Both of those colors together are just stunning. Okay, so now we're going to open this back up. Okay, now let's cut these babies out. So we're going to need to get this one here, right? Is that it? Nope, that's not it. So we need this one for that, and then the little one for that, okay? And then we'll cut out the label for that as well. So let's get this on here. And again, I'm just going to take a pair of scissors this time and just cut this. Okay, so the big flower, I need to flip this over. One of the petals has kind of a point to it, and it lines up perfect with the point of this, just so when you have this, you're like, God, I can't get this thing to line up. Just know that that point is what needs to be lined up with this flower. Okay, I'm gonna put that down, and then I'm gonna do this one again, coming in with that point. Finding it. Nope, there it is. So I lined it up with the little round piece, and then there's like nothing here, so it kind of does a big dip on that. That's where I'm going to be watching to line this up. Okay, let's put my other plate on here and get this cut. Okay, there's that flower, and there's that flower, and then let's do it again on here. Oh, I don't know why I put that away. Goofy. See? Told you. I have to still die cut that yellow. All right, let me get these put away. Get rid of that. And then we will die cut the labels, or label. Okay, so let me grab the labels right here. So I'm going to use this smaller one right here. You've got 2 of this size, so you can layer them, which is awesome. You have 3 of this center label and 2 of this one that almost looks like a tag, where you could put a little, right here, you have this little bump that cuts out this circle of this, and it lines up. Watch. If I put this on here, you can cut these both out at the same time. It lays right inside of that that piece right there. So it'll cut that out perfectly to cut out that little teardrop. So you could add ribbon or anything through that. All right, so I think I'm gonna need to cut this down a skosh so I can get this to fit. Okay, I'm gonna line this up like that. All right, here's our label. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. So when I took my mom into the doctor's office on Thursday, my husband was home with my daughter, and he decided to take her to the park so she can get out and get some fresh air and whatnot. And so I guess when he got home and he turns the car off and he goes to get out of the car, he hears this loud popping sound and then a big thud. And he was like, what in the world? My passenger side window in my van decided that it was just going to come off the track and slam into my door. Well, by the grace of God, it didn't shatter, because you know how much of a mess that is when your window shatters inside of your door frame. If you've ever had that happen, oh, it's horrendous. It's a mess. But it didn't shatter, thank God. But we knew there was rain coming up, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to get a hold of the mechanic to have it fixed or figure out where I need to take it to get it fixed. So what we decided that we're going to do is so what he decided to do is he took some pliers, because the window was all the way down inside of the door. He took some pliers and pulled it up to shut it, and then tuck some cardboard in there to hold it until we can get it in and get it fixed. Because holy Hannah, that is, well, just gonna be a hot mess and something that I really don't want to have to deal with. Okay, that piece is not long enough. This is that pool party grosgrain ribbon that I was telling you guys about. So yeah, so that was his little adventure with my daughter. He goes, of course, he goes, the one time I take your car, something has to go wrong with it. And I go, yeah, it's kind of like when I take yours. I always tell you something happens. And I said, well, you know what? Now we just don't touch each other's cars, but my daughter's car seat and everything is in my car, so it's just easier to leave my car with him if I go anywhere with my mom in her car, if he wants to take my daughter anywhere. I just feel safer with him taking my van than him trying to take that big Suburban out with her in it, and all of her stuff is in my car, and it's just easier that way. You guys know what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to lay this here and take it and go this way. Just kind of weaving this back and forth on here, just to kind of give it that pretty little, okay, just like that. All right, then I'm going to flip that over. That looks great. Come in here and cut this off. Ooh, I'm shaky tonight, you guys. Ooh, that's gross. All right, now that is going to get laid right there. So all I did was take a snail. Now, I know this is a really old one. This is the one that we have now. I don't know why I grabbed that one. It was just the one that was on top. But this is our Stampin' Seal that we sell right now. That is our runners, our tape runners. I'm going to bring some yeah, dimensionals, whatever the word is that I'm trying to come up with. And I'm going to pop this tag up. See, and that's what I thought. And I told him, I said, you know, if it was the motor, the window would just stop moving, right? It wouldn't like fall off the track and fall into the thing, right? Ugh, yeah, doesn't that suck when that happens? And I told him, I go, at least this way we hope that it's not the motor. I mean, if it is, it is. It has to be replaced. It's just one of those things that I don't want to have to deal with right now. But, oh well. We're just going to have to deal with it. So, okay. Then I'm going to put these flowers on. So, using a mini dimensional, I'm going to place my dimensional right here and right here. So then I can put that flower on there. Just like this. Okay. Then we're going to add these two small ones down here. Like that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so again, bringing my dimensional down here. Then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right there so that flower really stays in place. Just like that. And then I'm going to put another dimensional there. Wait till you guys see the other variant of colors that I did with this. It is beautiful as well. I just kind of wanted to go with a different color combo so I could use all the elements of this suite. Because that's kind of the whole point of showing a suite off, is to show all the pieces of it. I'm going to use the blue for this one. Take your pick. Okay, so I'm going to put a big one right there, and then come in with a little guy right here, right there, and then let's do a couple more of these. do another big one up there. No, I don't like another big one. I want that little one. I want a little one right there in that spot. Okay, so there we go. Actually, is it too late? Is it already stuck? Oh, no, I got it. I want it over here. There we go. All right, there we go. There is card number 2. Isn't that so beautiful? And I love the saying. Like I said, the sentiments in this are just so wonderful. May the good you do come back to you, right? So cute. Okay, so let me show you the other one. This is the other one that I did. I know, beautiful, right? Oh, now this I did with the Fresh Freesia. And I did it with the Starry Sky still, using that color. I came in with those little pearls there. And then I used the in color, the Starry Sky, a metallic ribbon for that. But I used that same sentiment because, like I said, I just love it. Isn't that so gorgeous? Just using that paper as the background to really make those colors pop and come alive. But there you go. What do you guys think of those? Woohoo, right? Haha. Okay, so let me set that over here. Don't stick that in there. All right, that was card number 2. Let me move some of my mess here so we can get to the most gorgeous, I think, card number 3. It is absolutely stunning. All right, let me clean some of these stamps off if I can find my chamois. All these cases sitting around, it's hard to know which one has stamps, which one is the chamois. Okay, let's clean. This one is the one that I missed. Okay, there we go. Now, move that. We're going to need the labels. We are going to put some of these flowers away because I think I might need a couple of these. Put this sentiment away because we're going to need a big sentiment for this next one. Put that one away too. All right, I'm going to need this one, I think. Let me just get these flowers put away. Just so I have all my blocks so we're ready to go. There we go. All right, I think we are ready. Set, ready, Eddie. We will put those away. That goes away. So what we're going to need for this one is we're going to need Versamark is going to be, so that kind of tells you what we're doing with this card. And I am not using these embellishments on this next card. I'm actually going to be bringing in my go-to, my pastel adhesive backed sequins. And you'll see why in just a minute, why it goes so well with it. I was debating because I knew I kind of wanted to stick with the whole suite, but I really think this card needs these embellishments, and you'll see why in just a minute. Now this is kind of my creme de la creme card. Again, you guys know how I am when it comes to the last card is the card that whoever shares this video comes in the drawing for that card. That's why, because this card we're going to be doing some work on. All right, so we're going to need that. So let's set that here. All right, let's get into this. So our base is going to be Soft Succulent. We are also going to be using the Bow Punch Soft Succulent. This is 8.5 by 5.5. We're going to fold this in half and burnish it. Okay, there's our base. Our next layer is going to be this beautiful paper. This is from that DSP pack. Now I got to decide whether I want it going like that. Nope, I want it like that. Okay, so we're going to cut this at 4 by 5.25. Knowing that I want this to be the long part because the card is going to go this way. So we're going to do 4 by 5.25 because I want some of this white up here. I really like the white. Okay. Okay, that's going to be our layer. Next piece that we're needing is we're going to need some of that gold foiling. This is going to go across the center. Now we're going to cut that down. That is 3 3/4 of a width wise, and we'll cut that down to fit our card in just a minute. We're going to need some evening evergreen because that evening evergreen is in there. We're going to do some embossing and some die cutting on that. Then look at this gorgeous shimmer paper. This is that shimmer paper that I was telling you that comes in this suite. Now look at that. You have it in the fresh freesia. It is the glitter that is not going to get all over you, but it is a very, very tiny glitter shimmer. It is gorgeous. You get it in soft succulent. You get 2 sheets each of 12 by 12. You get 2 of the fresh freesia, 2 of the gold, and 2 of the soft succulent. Absolutely stunning paper. I am in love with this. Okay. We're going to need 2 scraps of that. 1 of the gold, 1 of the soft succulent. I'm also going to need a scrap of soft succulent for that as well. I wasn't quite certain if I'm going to be using this, but I think I might because it does really add a huge pop to this card. This is called the Simply Elegant Trim, and that comes in silver and in gold. Really, really beautiful accents to add to your card. So we're going to set that aside and we'll see if we'll get to it or if it's going to make this card be way too busy. I don't think it will, but we'll play with it when we get there. Okay, I am going to need my gold embossing powder and my white embossing powder. So a lot is going on here, but just bear with me. You guys are going to love this card. What I'm going to put as a sentiment on this, I didn't forget your birthday. I'm just stretching out the celebration. See what I was telling you guys? The sentiments are just amazing. Oh, let me read the sentiments to you guys really quick, just so you see what I'm saying. I know you guys can see them in the catalog, but just in case you don't have the catalog, you matter to so many. Grateful for the everyday magic of you. With deepest sympathy, happy birthday, congratulations, thank you. Here's to a beautiful beginnings and happily ever afters. Ah, nothing fancy, just love. May the good you do come back to you. I didn't forget your birthday. I'm just stretching out the celebration. Ha, right? You guys see what I'm saying, right? It's just amazing. All right, so what I need to do on this piece, grab my Versamark, have my gold sitting here handy. And where's my spoon? Okay, and I'm going to put this right in the center because I am going to be cutting out a big label for this. So cover my Versamark so I don't get any of my gold embossing powder in this. Okay, now just taking this and adding the gold to it. Okay. All right, let me get my heat gun so I can heat this baby up. And watch it melt before our very eyes and add that beautiful gold shimmer to this paper. Here we go. Ah, right? Just beautiful. Ah, shoot. Oh my gosh, you guys, you know how they always tell you to unplug your heat tool every time you're done using it? Well, I didn't. And today I was vacuuming in here, and since the vacuum was going, I couldn't hear that it had turned on. I hit it with the vacuum because it sits over here on the floor. I hit it with the vacuum and it came on. Luckily, again, by the grace of God, I tell you I'm being watched over. I stopped the vacuum because I don't remember what happened, but I stopped the vacuum and I could hear it. It was on low. It got switched on low. And I thought, oh my Lord, this is my daughter's room. That could have been really bad because it gets hot super fast, even on low. It could have wound up causing a fire. And of course, us moving out of this house, that is the last darn thing I need to be dealing with, is a fire in my house. Okay, so I'm going to be using these labels. I think I'm going to be using the biggest one is what yep. I'm going to use the big one right here, and we're going to die cut that out. So that I'm going to set aside because we're going to be doing some die cutting. So I'm just going to lay that there and get to it when we start doing all the die cutting. All right, now I do need this piece here. Oh geez, come on, flip over. And the Versamark. Ah, come on. And we're gonna do this twice. I'm gonna do one right here. And then I'm gonna flip it over, do it again right here. Okay. Lid on that. Now grabbing the white embossing powder. Pouring that over that. Okay, there we go. Actually, I'm going to do a little bit more down here. I might have tapped too much off. All right, where did the lid go? It was funny earlier this week when I was coming up and designing these cards, my daughter was standing behind me in her gait trainer, which is what she walks around the house in. Due to her seizure increase, she's no longer to walk unassisted, so she has a gait trainer that she can walk around in. Well, she was standing behind me, and every time I clicked this on, she would come rolling towards me to see what I was doing. So I was taking the heat tool, and because she has really bad poor blood circulation, she gets really cold really easy. So since it was rainy and cool yesterday, I would take the heat gun as I was blowing on this and I would let the heat hit her. I think that's what she liked most of all about it, because it was nice and warm and cozy feeling. Or maybe she just liked the sound of it. I don't know. All right. Again, we're going to bring in the die cutting machine and die cut both of these out. I'm going to need to cut this down so it'll fit in here. All right, get all my plates. Come on now. All right, I'm just gonna move that over there. Okay, so now we're gonna lay this here, center this sentiment in here. Okay, like that. And now crank this through. Snap, crackle, pop. Okay, there is that gorgeous label. Look at that. Isn't that so cool? I love it. I love the shape of that. It just seems very elegant to me. Okay, then what do I need? Okay, I need to die cut these out. So I need to grab those dies, or that die. Oops, where'd it go? Okay, there's that piece. Now we're going to do the other one. See what I'm saying? It's not like super florally. That I think that's why I'm loving this so much, because the flowers are very like kind of mild in this set. You can put tons of flowers if you want to, but I like the versatility of it, that I can do more of this greenery look and not have to go with all these big, huge, crazy flowers. Just because it's just not my thing. But I'm really loving this set. All right, done with the die cutting. We've got those there. All right, what else do I need? I need to bring this back over here. I need to take the gold, and then with this bow punch, I'm gonna slide this in here, and just using the small little piece, I'm gonna cut one out of there, and then I'm gonna flip this over and do it again. Now with that, I'll cut that off and then do one more out of there. So I utilize that whole piece there. So I've got both of those. Now with the green, the soft succulent, I'm going to slide it in here and do 2 of the soft succulent ones. I think if I do it this way, I can actually get 3 out of there, and I have a whole little bag that I keep all these little pieces in right here. See, I just cut a bunch of those out, and then I have them, so when I want to add something to a card, I just have the bits and pieces already cut out for that. So I can just grab that. Aren't those gorgeous out of that glitter? and a punch just makes things so easy. All right, so let's see how we're going to do this. Ooh, now that there's embossing powder flakes everywhere. This is going to go on the front of the card. This is going to go right here. We're going to go all the way to the edges. Now what I want to do is I want to make sure that wherever I align this, I've got enough room to now come down here and add. Okay, so I need to go a little bit higher with that. Okay, that's going to go there. And then my green, and then my gold, and then same thing up there. Okay, so that'll work. So let's get this piece added. Okay, and then just cut off this end down here. Now this is where did I put that? Okay, right here. I was thinking about taking this, kind of making it into kind of a weird little bow. And then have that kind of go like that. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Just commit already. Okay, so take that, and I just have a piece of ribbon. I'm gonna roll it around itself, just kind of taking those ends, almost like a bow that we're not going to tie it. We're just gonna leave those pieces hanging kind of willy-nilly. And then take that and just kind of lay it down there. Okay. Now I need dimensionals. Ha, I actually put them away. Imagine that. Okay, one there. One there. Then I'll do one kind of right there in the center. Okay, make sure that is all stuck down there. And then now we're going to take this. Oops, and I went the wrong way with that. Gosh darn it. I had a feeling I was doing that. So I'm just going to take this up. Since my adhesive is not going anywhere, and I'm just going to flip it the opposite way and then just kind of roll those together just like that. Okay, that's what I wanted, as I needed it going that way. I'm just going to place that right at the bottom, watching my two sides. See how that just kind of adds just a little bit of something? Okay, now coming back in with some glue dots. I'm going to take this, glue dot the bottom, and then slide that inside of there. Okay, where's my other one for down here at the bottom? Okay, like that. All right, and then we're gonna take this, kind of make that go that way. Pop this one in like that. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of glue on the bottom of that and slide it in there so that kind of angles outwards. Okay, here's the other one. Then now we're going to take this little gold, and there is a little hole right here in the center of this, and I'm just going to take that and slide it. There's a little hole in the leaf print that we just embossed. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to slide it right behind that gold and hold that down, because then that will hold everything in place, but then hide this stem as well. So coming in that little hole right there, just like that. Where's that die? So I can show you. So see, there's that little hole right there where mine is full of paper, but it will cut out this little extra hole, a couple of them actually, but right there. And that's what's perfect for tucking these little things in there to just make that, almost like it was meant to be for that little piece. All right, now this is where I was saying with these embellishments. Now, you could use those and those would be very pretty. Don't get me wrong, those would work quite well. But wait till you see them with these. Oops, took off the wrong side. All right, I'm gonna grab a big one. Now this comes with 2 sheets of these embellishments. You get the small little sequins, and then you get a sheet of the large sequins. Okay, so these are very, very handy to have. The colors go with so many different things. And this gold I am just in love with. And then we're gonna put one right up. Come on. Maybe if I can hang on to it. Geez Louise, it's like a jumping bean. Oh, it's not where I wanted it. There we go. Right up there. So that is it with those gold ones. I just think the gold is, it just is meant to be on this card. So that's why I came in with those embellishments. All right, let me get this all cleaned up so I can come in here and show you all of these cards. Now I gotta hope that when my phone shut off that it didn't ruin or hiccup this video, that I can get it downloaded onto YouTube without there being any problems, because I would hate for this video to not be able to be streamed over there. All right, so let me get this stuff out of the way. Bring in all of those cards to show you how beautiful this set is, this suite. There you guys go. What do you think of tonight's cards? Do you think that this is definitely a worthy set to have? Because, I mean, once I made these, I was like, oh my gosh, I am so happy that, A, that I was asked to use this set, and B, that my mom bought this set and has had it kind of sitting at her house for the last month, and that I asked her to borrow it. And it was kind of funny because when I was asked to use this set, that same day, I asked my mom to bring this set down so I could play with it. So it was just kind of funny that it coincidentally kind of just all worked together, that it was meant for me to play with. Now I'm so thankful that I did. I actually made a couple more cards with this. Actually, there were ones that were made at our on stage. I just kind of played around with it and kind of cased them. So I think that might be the card. I'm not certain yet, but I think that might be the card, or I call it a twofer because you kind of get two cards out of one technique that I'm going to show. But I think I'm going to do that for the pre-recorded Thursday Coffee and Cards YouTube. So yes, this is a gorgeous set. If you have kind of just skipped over it because of the price, you might want to consider joining my team to get this set included. With that mini machine, you get to pick one of those machines and $175 worth of product, all for $129. Or you can opt out of the machine if you already have one of those mini machines and pay $99, but still get to pick $175 worth of product. So it might be a great way to get this set or suite, I might say, added to your wish list and get that purchased for yourself. Okay, you guys, have a wonderful rest of your week. Happy Martin Luther King Day, however you observe your day. And I will see you guys back here today. All right, you guys, have a good one.